Man, that view. All right, guys. So with 2025 coming, I think in like 4 days from now, I wanted to do a video for people who are wanting to try to lose weight for this year. And so my page is primarily losing weight while dealing with chronic illness. I have herniated discs in my neck and my lower back since 2018. So over the span of the 5 years now, oh, call it 6, I ended up gaining hundreds of pounds. I went from 187 to 302, and in the span of just this year, I have lost 52 pounds by not going all in and being as efficient as I should. But it was strictly changing my diet, focusing on walking, and building a better mindset. So I want to talk for just, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, however long this video will be. I'll wait for this plane to go by. I don't know how loud it's going to get, but stick with me for just 1 minute. Okay, so back to what we were saying. A lot of people, they right now are planning on going to the gym, getting a membership that unfortunately they probably won't stick with for more than just a couple months. And a lot of people will go out and buy fancy equipment, nice clothes, all this workout stuff, and it will sit in your garage and it will go to waste, and you will throw it on Marketplace or wherever and get rid of it for pennies on the dollar. So I want to talk to you guys, coming from someone who was once a fitness maniac. I was in jiu-jitsu, judo, Krav Maga, boxing. I did competitions. I worked out 5-6 days a week. I loved it. I was in love with it up until my accident. And when I say hundreds of pounds gained, it was like 115 pounds. But adding 115 pounds to your body like that, it does a lot to you, not only physically, but mentally. But enough about me. Let's jump into why I think now, if you get a membership for a gym and you actually use it, that's awesome. It's not in the cards for a lot of people. I know that it can be intimidating going to a gym for the first time. It was for me years ago. After you get involved, and it's awesome, but let's go down to why walking, I think, is one of those things that you should not overlook. So one, it's free. You don't have to pay anything. You just put on your shoes, go out and find a hiking trail, a park. You can walk around your neighborhood, whatever. But it's free. You are losing nothing, but you are gaining so much more. You're getting out in this fresh air. Let me show you one more view of this lake real quick before I end up losing it for today. Guys, I don't know if you are outdoorsy or not, but stuff like this excites me. I'm on a trail for miles. There's no one else here. It's a place where you can come and clear your mind. Day-to-day life, it's nice to have somewhere that you can go and just, relax and let go. So walking is something, no matter what your fitness level is, you can do. You can be severely overweight, have bad knees, a bad back, and you can get up and walk. I'm not saying you're going to walk for miles, but at first, when I first started this last year, I was to the point to where I couldn't even walk half a mile without being out of breath. I couldn't bend down and tie my shoes because my stomach and tits was making that pretty hard for me. But anybody from any fitness level, as long as you can get up. If you can't walk, obviously, but get up and just try. Walk as far as you can. You don't have to go miles your first day. You can go and set a timer, a tracking timer on your phone, and If you can, walk until it tells you half a mile to a mile, and then turn around and walk back home. But keep in mind, if you walk 1 mile in one direction, walking back is going to be 2 miles. But if you can do that for the first 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Start focusing on just doing a little bit more each day that you've done beforehand. You don't got to compare yourself to no YouTubers. You don't got to compare yourself to people you know or people at a gym. Just do what you haven't done yet. And I promise you it will be a challenge. 1 mile walk isn't anything for me. It doesn't affect me anymore as long as it's not real steep. Now I go 3 or 4 miles. It's because I build up the endurance. Walking is one of those things that no matter what your fitness level is, as you go and progress, you can go further. You can do more steep inclines. So it's something that never gets too easy, that it doesn't benefit you. Your cardiovascular will thank you so much. So again, it's something that's free. You can do it anywhere. You don't got to worry about memberships. You don't got to do any of that. You just go outside and walk. Every state, everywhere has small parks, that has trails, that has national forests. I mean, there's all these places that you can go, and I mean, it's never the same. You get to actually go out and meet people out here. Luckily, I'm not big into that, but everyone that I've met on the trail has been so awesome. Everyone has a story to why they're out here, and I mean, it's really neat to meet the type of people who is out here just trying to get away from the world and release. So might blind you here as I turn around, but we've got to get going up this hill. With walking, it stays on your level. As I was just saying a second ago, that if it becomes rough to walk up this hill at a faster pace, you just slow it down. You will make it up this hill. It's not like you're on a machine. Someone's, impatiently waiting for you to get the heck off the machine. You're starting to feel, a little pressured, so you just give up. Out here, it is you versus you. You take your time, enjoy the sights. That tree came down from the last storm. That probably just blinded you. But the fresh air is constant. And I can tell you now from my experience, before I would come out here and walk every day, I didn't know how enjoyable it was. Again, the majority of my training years ago was at home, at gyms. I hiked a lot and all that, but I didn't actually enjoy it. I hiked to get the workout. Now I hike to actually enjoy the views and, actually see this world that God gave us to be able to enjoy. Whew, talking too much as I'm going up these little hills. Okay, so where was I along with the walking? You will, no matter what, lose weight if you are getting your steps in and you're not overeating. At the end of the day, it comes down to calories in, calories out. A calorie deficit has to be done in order to lose weight. But walking is great for your heart. It's great for your knees. If you have lower back pain like me, and over the last month it has been screaming, walking helps to soften the pain in your lower back. It's a workout that is not strenuous, where it doesn't have to be strenuous. Secondly is your water intake. A lot of people I talk to, they don't like drinking water. They say it has no taste or whatever. Drink it anyway. I strive to hit about a gallon a day. Usually do about half a gallon, a little over half a gallon, but I strive for a gallon a day. When you're doing more walking, or anything in general, no matter what, you want to stay hydrated. Hydration is so important. Ooh. But a lot of people overlook that. your sugary drinks, your pops, your sodas, your alcohol, whatever, none of that stuff is really good for you. There's so much sugar in it. And even your coffee creamers, never thought I could do it, but I switched to black coffee this year. Man, I love it. But a lot of people overlook just how many calories that they are putting into their body by drinks. If you want to lose weight this year and you're serious about it, look into that. Just how much sugar and how much calories you're throwing into your body by your drinks, just your liquids alone. When I did, it blew my mind. I'm not big on pop and all that stuff anyways, but my coffee creamer, I mean, I was putting about 300 calories of creamer in one cup, and I'd have 4 or 5 cups. So, I mean, that blows my calorie count out of the water there. But you can get up this hill here and we'll continue. All right, so really, from what I am thinking now, lastly would be your diet. Guys, I love a walking taco as much as the next guy. I love some Doritos, love cake, love all that stuff. You got to change your diet. You got to stop looking at food as a reward and to binge on all this processed junk. And you need to look into more natural foods. I eat a lot of steak. I've switched my diet primarily to like a keto carnivore type of thing. I try to stay away from carbs. I try to stay away from anything that's like ultra processed. And I watched weight shred off of me. Like I said, I wasn't as strict as what I should be. I didn't hold myself accountable fully as much as I should have. And it would have seen massive results if I stuck to it all year. But I took 4 or 5 months or 3 or 4 months, whatever it was, off. And I went back into old habits. And that'll happen. You will not stay on the right path your first time around. You're going to fall off. You're going to think it's not worth it. You're going to want to give up. All your friends are going to try to talk you into just partying with them on a weekend or going out and eating with them. You can't do that. After a while, that kind of stuff doesn't feel like a reward anymore. And I think you know that if you are the type of person who, when you do go out and finally give in, that you feel guilty afterwards, or you wish you wouldn't have went. So you need to look at it as you getting the body that you are striving for, or you getting to the weight that you want, or mentally, really being proud of yourself and loving yourself. Those are the rewards. The strive or the struggle that we're going to go through while trying to lose weight, we're going to lose friends. I lost the people in my life when I quit drinking alcohol. No one wanted to hang out with me because I was the guy with the house that you could party at. And I feel great because of it. I mean, I'm glad that they're gone. You need to bring good people into your life, people who understand that you're trying to make a difference. We only live once, guys. Don't be remembered for the person who can chug a bottle of Jack. Be remembered for the person who went out and did something they enjoyed and did something with their lives. So, what was I getting? I forget my point. My point was, you got to look at and try to change your brain into seeing that being able to go out for a drink isn't like a reward for you losing 5 pounds this month or 6 pounds this month or whatever. The reward is you are now one step closer to having the body that you strive for and beg for. You're rewarding yourself with hard work, which is building a tougher mindset. And at the end of the day, I mean, like, all this is done by sheer will. It's how much are we willing to go through to get what we want. Every drink that you have that isn't necessarily good for you puts you back a little bit. Will drinking once a week or like a couple times a month affect you a lot? No, maybe not. But it takes you back a couple steps. And do you want to take the entire year building the life you want, knowing that you got in your way a few times? Or do you want to take half the year because you didn't do these things that held you back a little bit? It's the same thing with eating out. Loved McDonald's. Loved it. I had to quit eating that stuff. Now, when we go out to, like trips or whatever, we'll have fast food. But the point is, you got to know to say no. You got to be able to say no. And you're not punishing yourself. You're not taking anything away from yourself. You are giving yourself a better life. You're doing better for yourself. You're showing yourself that you love yourself by putting in the right foods for your body. Food is not a reward. Food is just what you need to survive. The reward is being able to go do things that you enjoy and not being embarrassed by the way you look, not being told, no, you can't skydive or get on a plane or do these things because you weigh too much. It's not feeling like you can't go into a clothes store and you see clothes and there's no size there for you because you're too big. That's humiliating. You're saying no to that life. You're saying no that you're not going to die of a heart attack at 30 and lose your kids, leave your kids parentless because you wanted to eat a couple cheeseburgers. You are saying no to that life, to have the life that you want, to be able to enjoy the very, very limited time that we have on this planet. The longer that we continue to ignore the fact that we're slowly poisoning ourselves, the harder it will be for us to start bettering our futures. All right, so I want to do a quick recap. I'm a few more miles in. Got a few more miles to go, but I'm going to try to focus on my walk a little bit. So let's do a quick recap that walking is one of the best exercises that you can do. It's free. You don't have to pay for anything. And it is set to your level. As long as you don't go out on a trail and, it's for experts or whatnot. When you want it to be harder or whenever you fall in love with it, and you want to be able to do it even on the off days, stormy days, want to make sure there's no excuses, that's when you can put some money in. You can buy a treadmill later down the line. Those are selling like crazy on Marketplace for like $50. So treadmills, we have one at the house. I hardly use it just because I'm always outdoors. But make sure you're hydrating. Hydration, again, you have to find out what hydration is for you. Mine is a gallon a day, half a gallon a day. Especially while you're on the trail, you need to have water. I have my water bladder here. You're always wanting to stay hydrated, even on days that you're not exercising. It is so important. And if you are dehydrated on a regular basis, when you just get hydrated, you will notice such a major difference in your life. Primarily bathrooms. You will know where every single one is in every place you go because you are going to be peeing a lot. But that goes away. Your body gets used to it. Secondly, hydration. Cut out junk food. Stop eating so much junk food. Start eating healthier foods, less processed foods, more natural foods. Fourth, I don't even know if I really touched on this too much. I just threw a comment in, but you need to find better friends or make sure that your friends are supportive. You don't got to tell them about your journey. You don't got to tell them why you're making changes. Frankly, it's none of their business. But if you trust them, or if you want to see if they'll be supportive of you and not try to talk you out of something that doesn't benefit them, you can tell them. But this is for you, and it's not a race whatsoever. This is a marathon. It's a you versus you. There's going to be days that's harder to stay on track and to stay, determined and focused. There's going to be days that it's so easy that you're not even feeling like you're doing anything. I've went through many ups and downs over the last year with that. So, I mean, I guess with all that said, I think that's it. I know that, guys, none of us want to be overweight. None of us want to have chronic illness. And for years, I gave up. And I lost a lot of things that me and my wife did together to bond. You know, we was always doing something physical. We was always training. We was always outdoors doing something. And I lost that for years due to my back. And I decided, well, this year in 2024, that I got to fix my life. I'm 31, and I don't want to wake up 40 in the job that I'm in with the life that I have, feeling the way I do physically and mentally. So if you're going through something similar, you're not alone, and it can change. You got to put in the work. Don't give up. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars on medical care. I've done everything you can think of. Every new age medical miracle to freaking voodoo. I've tried everything in the book to heal my body. And when it didn't work, I just got drunk all the time. Gained a lot of weight and got even more miserable. So, you know, we're back at it this year with, I miss the outdoors. I miss me. I miss the person I was. And if you do too, you can get that life back. For me, I'm now at the point to where I can ride horses again, but I need to lose probably another 30 pounds just, you know, to feel safe. But whenever I was going to go horseback riding again, and I was over 50 pounds past the limit that a horse can safely carry me, I was just, you know, like, what? So, guys, I'm getting closer and closer to having the life back that I thought that I lost forever, and building an even better life. You can do it too. Do not give up. And one day at a time, strive to do just a little bit better. There will be setbacks, but do not let those affect you. Don't let a bad day ruin your whole week of progress. And just remember that no matter what, that year is going to fly by. Take plenty of progress pictures, make videos like these. I make these videos just for me to watch, to look back on, to see the differences and see what I've done. Keep those for accountability. Keep those for accountability. Watch your progress and your process. And guys, it's going to be worth it. Life can be great if we make it that way, and it can be a nightmare if we let it be. But we only live once, so I'm going to hop off here, finish this hike, and remember to get off autopilot. God bless.